Hello everybody, welcome there. Pach here speaking from learnfromme.net, and in this tutorial I want to show you how to work with the subtractions in PowerPoint and merging objects, because I know plenty of people do not use those options and they are very useful. So let me head over to the first slide and get right into it. Merging and overall working with objects is an option in PowerPoint which allows you to combine several objects into one. It's different than grouping, and I'll show you later why. If you have selected several objects, you open up this option by going to Drawing Tools. You have Insert Shapes. There you can select the Merge Shapes option. As you see, we have several options there. We can, for example, combine, intersect, or subtract the objects. So let me show you now how this works. I would like, for example, design a simple camera here. So I have one object in the back and one circle in the middle. If I select the circle first and the object behind it as second, when I go to Merge Shapes and I press, for example, Subtract, only the blue elements stay because this was the first shape we selected. If I would select this first and the circle second and now go to Subtract, it would delete the circle in the middle and leave out the object behind it. We would achieve a new object, something we can't do in PowerPoint normally. It would be very difficult to prepare such objects here in PowerPoint. So let's say you want to make a really basic icon for a camera. I would make this object smaller. I would go to Edit Shape, Change Shape. I will change the shape because I want to make a front of the camera. I make it smaller and I want now to delete the circle from the camera. For this, you have to select first the camera background and second the object in the middle. Now I go to Merge Shapes and I simply subtract it from it. Let me now continue with the design. I go to Insert, Shapes, one more, and I select this little rectangle. I want to place it on the top. I change it a little bit. Well, the color isn't perfect, but let's say I will stick to it. As you can notice now, I have two objects here. I would like to combine them. You can do this on two different methods. You could, for example, right-click on them and group them. What this does, it creates a group, but you can still edit the objects within the group. I would like to make this a stable icon without any grouping, so I do Ctrl Z, so I have back two objects, and I would like to combine them so they are one object. I select everything, I go to the Drawing Tools, to the Merge Shape options, and I union them. Now I can't edit anything and this is one object. Okay, this is how you make simple icons. Now let's head over to the next slide. You could ask me why those options are so useful. They are specifically useful if you want to achieve custom shapes in PowerPoint, because normally PowerPoint allows you only to change those shapes and edit the basic Microsoft predefined shapes you can find here. But we would like something different. For example, you would like to delete also this corner or do something with this corner. You can do this, of course, by going to Edit Shape, Edit Points, and working with the points, adding, for example, new points, and you can achieve a new object. But this is very difficult to handle. So what I like to use, let me Ctrl Z quickly to get back. I like to use subtractions to delete the points I don't want to have in this object. You could simply go to Insert Shapes, select any shape you want. It can be even a triangle. It doesn't really matter. I would, for example, want to delete this corner. I head over the triangle over the object. I select my object. I select the triangle. I go to Merge Shape, Subtract, and you're done. If you don't see what you delete, simply go to Format Shape, go to the Fill options, and make it a little bit transparent. This makes the work much easier. You can now copy the object a few times, so you have it for later. And I select Drawing Tools, Merge Shapes, Subtract. Perfect, I have a new object, and I will be ready to continue my design in PowerPoint. So the last thing I want to show you, you can get inspired with subtractions because they create itself some interesting design. Let me show you an example. I select the blue circle because the background would be very invisible if I would select this color. I select this object as a second one. I go to Drawing Tools, Merge Shapes, and I check out all the possibilities I have. For example, the intersect looks quite interesting and it creates a nice background for a basic logo. So I want to emphasize that these options are very useful and you definitely should use them. Even once I have the logo ready, I select the object, I select the text box, it also works with text, I go to Merge Shapes, and you can combine them, fragment them, intersect, or as before, subtract. Well, we wouldn't see anything because it's a black background, but let's for example use combine, and I have combined something interesting. I did delete the text. You can of course achieve this other way. You could simply put black text here, but this way we have one object and it's solid and it's in a vector format. I could make it really big right now. Right click on it, save as picture, picture 1. Let me open the picture and I have a high quality image. It's close to being in vector. I could of course make it bigger. PowerPoint and those options can be a simple tool to, for example, make logos or interesting designs. And this is it for this tutorial. If you find this content useful, please subscribe to this channel and like the video or comment under it. I'm really glad if you do this and I'm open to answer any questions you may have. Please check also the link in the description with links to my online course about PowerPoint where you can expand your knowledge about PowerPoint. If you would be interested, please enroll with this link. It is a heavy discounted link and you will definitely benefit from the lessons you can find there. My name is Andrzej Pach. Thank you for your attention and see you in the next tutorial.